Hey everyone, Heather Matson here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put together this video as we're getting close to wrapping up the year here. Spend some time reflecting on where we actually spent our time and how that aligns with our priorities. So what I want you to do is quickly grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to put together a list here. So don't number it right at this time, but I'm going to say 8 things. So list them off in the order of 8. So number 1 we want to have is security. So go ahead and on your piece of paper write security, and then monetary success, family, position, health, spiritual fulfillment, authority and decision making, and excitement. That should be 8. All right. So just looking over to make sure I listed them off correctly. All right. So you have your 8 there. Now what I want you to do is I want you to number those 1 through 8 with what is most important to you. So let's say your family is number 1 for you. You're going to go ahead and put number 1. Or if your health is number 1, go ahead and put that as 1. Whatever it is, you want to number 1 through 8. So 1 being what's most important to you, number 2 being the next most important, all the way through. So number 8 is going to be, it's still important, but out of all of the list, it's the least important for you. So go ahead and number that 1 through 8. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to right here. Get them numbered. Otherwise, once you have that done, what we want you to do is do the exact same thing with the numbering, except for this time, do it where you actually spent your time for this last year. So, or even do it the last 6 weeks, whatever it is. You can look back the last year if you'd like. So 1 being where you spent your most time, 2 being where you spent the most time after that, all the way through. So number 8 essentially will be where you spent the least amount of time out of those activities that you had. So again, it will be 1 through 8. If you numbered them on the left side, go ahead and number them on the right side this time, 1 through 8 on where you spent your time. So take a couple minutes to do that. You can pause it again if you need to. If you're already ready, continue on with that. So now we have our list put together. We have our priorities where we actually spend our time. And now what we want to do is we want to reflect on what you have on that piece of paper. Do your priorities align right with where reality? If they do, that's awesome. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. If not, that's okay. That's just our areas for opportunities of where we can improve to live that better, healthy, fulfilling life. Because ultimately, if those things are priorities and we have those in alignment, we're going to be rocking this thing. If not, that's all right. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to work on improving. So you have your list. Let's say they don't necessarily align. What I want you to do is write down below that list, what are some actions that you can take within even just say like the next couple of weeks that can help you better align those two together so that it can align with where your priorities are versus where you're spending your time. So let's say family, let's just use this one for example. Say family is one of your top ones for priority, but it's not necessarily where you're spending your time because other things are taking your time or pulling you. And that's just reality where you are right now. So what are some things that you could do? Schedule a family night, leave work early, talk to your boss about it and say, hey, we're going to do this. If you have a boss, if your boss is yourself, then go ahead and say, hey, we're taking the afternoon off, kids, let's go. Or spouse, whatever it may be. Whatever that thing is, write it down, do some action steps. Now, the thing is, here's the key thing. We do these things where we write down our goals, things like that, and then we shove them away and we never look at them again. So what I'm challenging you today with is keep this list close by and set a timer in either your phone or however you organize your life. Set a timer so in a couple weeks you can look back at this list and the steps that you put below that and say, what action have I taken? If you haven't, again, that's the time where you have to step back and say, okay, Do I want this? Is this what I want? And if you come back with yes, do the same activity. What are some action steps that you can take? Maybe you need to get somebody to hold you accountable to it, a spouse or a friend, significant other, whatever it may be. Say, hey, I need to do this, so let's make it happen. Can you help me out with it? Wherever you find yourself at, that's where you're at. Accept it. Cool part is you have right now to take action and put a plan in place. So take some time, do it, and you'll be so happy you did. So have a great one. Feel free to subscribe if you thought this was worthwhile content, and we'll keep you going. Have a good one. See ya.